it's Lighthouse Angel. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to you. I pray that it's full of divine magic and miracles for you. But I got a downloaded message to read to you at the beginning of the reading. These are the several different decks I was called to. So we'll get the message from that, and I will be pulling more cards and messages from the Lighthouse box. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. This channel, we focus on taking you from zero to hero in your own life, giving you the tools and information that you need to grow and expand and come in alignment with the best version of yourself, and always, always, always keeping the divine number one. And if you're a subscriber to my channel, I'm sending you so much love and gratitude for your support. I truly appreciate it. So, we're going to get started with the downloaded message that I got over the weekend. So here it is. Do you find yourself wanting to hide your scars from life, hoping somebody won't see them or find out about them? What if your story is the very thing that gives hope for someone else's healing? Never think that your emotional or physical scars will keep you from your destiny. Your scars are a reminder of God's grace and mercy, and He is not done writing your story. Be proud of your scars because they are the very thing that shaped you into a stronger, wiser, and healed you. So let go of the pain because God has already forgiven you, and allow yourself to embrace the new story He is creating. Just hold the pencil and allow God to write your story. And remember, Jesus walked proudly with His scars, and so can you. So that's the message I got for you from this weekend. You know, sometimes we want to show the world that we don't carry imperfections or we don't carry scars, but they may be the exact thing that someone else needs to hear to give them hope in being able to heal out of their situation. So, you know, replay that, but that was the message I got for you. So be proud and don't hide your scars, okay? And it kind of goes with this message with the cards that came out. And I didn't pick these cards. This is what came out when I shuffled them. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. It says, I choose to be the love of my life. Developing a loving relationship with ourselves is the key to our personal growth and happiness. So what does that really mean? Think about how you treat the people you love most in your life. Now compare that to how you treat yourself. How can you start giving yourself the same kindness, understanding, and support that you offer to others in your most generous moments? What can you do to show more appreciation or respect for yourself? Yeah, so this is all about loving yourself, finding that personal growth and happiness within yourself, and also treating yourself the same way and giving to yourself the same way as you would give to others, okay? And this may be the path that you're on. I'm seeing the yellow. It's like this may be the energy that you're in now, that you're in this sun energy, knowing your worth, your value, going through personal growth. Maybe you are now embracing your scars with love and kindness, knowing they shaped you, since I got that downloaded message. Giving them love and kindness and understanding, knowing that they made you stronger and shaped you into a better version. I feel I'm getting like a light version, like that's the light that you're shining now. Okay, and then we got, one day when you least expect it, you are going to crash into someone who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart, and you are going to be so glad that you kept it open. You are going to be so glad that you chose to believe it and that you deserved it. Okay? All right. So in this sun energy of loving yourself, right? Which is what I believe you're focusing on right now. Embracing those scars, loving who you've become out of them is what I'm hearing, right? May lead you into something unexpected. That's what I'm getting, unexpected, right? And you're going to be glad you kept your heart open. I'm also going to pull a love card for that just to get more information. And then we got, I pulled some cards from the shadow deck as well. And the first one out was self-reflection. Looking inward helps you see what to improve to make better choices. Awareness and improvement. Yeah, I feel like through this self-reflection, right, you've chose to love yourself. Now you're in this, because we have yellow here and she's surrounded by yellow, right? I feel like you're in the process of doing this, or for some of you, you've already been doing this, and now you have this awareness, and you've made self-improvement to your life and your choices here through this self-reflection. I'm hearing growth, okay? And it also could be through this self-reflection of your scars here. Right? And then the next card that came out was arrogance. Not seeing flaws hinders growth. No limits to learn and improve. Humility, awareness, and growth. And both these cards have awareness in them. Okay? So maybe some of you are looking into the fact that maybe you were arrogant in the past. Maybe not seeing what was hindering your growth. Right? No judgment here. You know, this is operating out of the shadow side here. And we want to get out of the shadow and back into the light, okay? And arrogance is part of the shadow side, right? That needs healing. And how do you heal that? It's through humility, awareness, and growth. And being able to do that self-reflection into seeing your flaws here so that you can make better choices and improve your life here. Okay? And then I got a card to clarify this arrogance, and what came out was explore feelings. Okay? So, and this says, delve into insecurities and unresolved emotions, authentic closure, and peace. So the arrogance may be stemmed from insecurities and unresolved emotions. Okay? And so to get out of the ego, right, you've got to get into self-reflection so that you can look inward on how you can resolve these insecurities and unresolved emotions. It's all about healing, okay? Insecurities are healing. Insecurities is wearing that mask, right? So you can get back into this being authentic, and through being authentic, you can put closure to the past and find peace here. But until then, it's like your ego wants to be in the driver's seat here. Okay? But arrogance is an illusion. Okay? It's not truth. So make sure you're doing that self-reflection so that you can explore into why you may have insecurities or you may have unresolved emotions. Okay? And get back into this energy of humility, right? Being humble. And then we have sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's sacrifice to love. Yeah. So there's something that you you need to sacrifice here. Maybe it's the ego. You know, and these, again, this is these illusions, obsessions, addictions, that's all out of the shadow side as well. So, you know, and addictions, that can be anything under the sun. So take that how it resonates. But it's necessary to sacrifice that, right, into choosing to love yourself. And then we have true offering takes what can be an unbreakable cross and returns it to love. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Okay. What I'm getting with this, it's like through making these sacrifices, cutting away that things that no longer serve you, right? Which could be the need to control or acting out of your ego, right? Choosing to love yourself. That's not real. That's not the sacrifice, but doing that instead of acting out of your ego, right? Choosing to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you, any illusions, obsessions, addictions, right? So you can love the true, authentic self here. And by doing so, you're going to get a true offering. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so let's get some more cards to clarify this. Okay. And don't, you know, if you are somebody who is acting out of the ego, okay, you know, you have to ask yourself, what is it trying to protect? Because your ego will come out when it's trying to control a narrative or trying to protect a wound, an insecurity, an unresolved trauma, you know, of the past, or unresolved emotions of a situation, okay? We want to operate out of love, okay? Because your ego will keep you from growing. It'll keep you stuck, okay? And you want to be able, you want to elevate, grow, and expand into a higher version of yourself, right? And you do that through self-reflection, okay? Oops. Okay, we have great adventure. Says take a risk and venture forward, discovering the truth. Okay. So you stand in the light of truth. Okay, so we have truth and true offering here. So let me see. I'm also getting that maybe you had to sacrifice somebody who was operating out of their ego. You could see through doing self-reflection within yourself that, you know, they needed healing to do, so you had to release them in order to embrace now something true that's coming in, okay? And that could be from this person here. I'm also hearing by choosing yourself, choosing to love yourself and do the self-reflection, you were able to see clearly what you needed to release. Okay? I heard the fog is lifted. That's what I just heard. The fog is lifted. Okay? So this could have been someone you were dealing with that had the ego here. Okay? But you're going to go on some kind of adventure, and you need to take this risk. You need to venture forward. I'm hearing it's going to push you forward. Okay? Because you stand in the light and the truth here. I'm hearing your light is needed. That's what I just heard. Your light is needed. Okay. And then I'm going to get one from this deck. It says detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Okay. So that could be this thing that you need to sacrifice here. Or this is what you had to do that's now bringing in this true offering here. You need to sacrifice or detach from something. Also let go of any outcomes or holding on too tightly. Allow it to work itself out in divine flow. Okay? And this could be, this detachment could be this person that you had to detach from, right? That through self-reflection, you could see that they had insecurities and unresolved issues that they needed to heal here, right? If that's your story, I'm really getting that you release them out of love, okay? And by sacrificing any of these illusions, obsessions, addictions, right? It's allowing you to continue the alignment of love with the divine, right? Love for yourself, love for the divine, and now something true is coming in. Okay, so I'll pull one love card about this person that you're going to be walking into. It says crashing into. Crashing into. Okay. It says third-party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. Okay. Let me get one more. Keep the door open. It says keep the door open. Don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. Okay. So what I really got with this third party situation, it may do with this person that you detach from, right? May have been interfering with, maybe I'm hearing maybe a person that was waiting for you or wanting you, right? Just keep the door open, right? Allow the divine to lead this. This person could be at a distance from you or is keeping their distance because of this third party situation here. Okay. Maybe there's a third party situation that needs resolved first. Okay. Or this is what you detach from. Maybe this new person is concerned that there's some kind of third party situation where the door is still open. Okay. I don't feel that's your story. I feel like this door is closed, right? You see the truth of this person, that they have an ego issue and they need to heal. And when it comes to healing, insecurities and unresolved emotions here, that's not overnight. That takes time, right? It's all in divine timing, but it does take time. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from the Lighthouse box to see if we can get more clarity. I'm also getting that because of a third-party situation here that this person is concerned about, maybe why you're traveling to them, or they're traveling to you to discover a truth about this situation here. Take it that how it resonates as well. It says, anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to stand up on your own 2 feet. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything that has power over you is teaching you how to take your power back. Anything you hate is teaching you unconditional love. Anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome your fear. Anything you can't control is teaching you how to let go. Okay. And those all may be things that you're working on or have been going through in the process of your healing here. You know, and what I'm getting with that is like this is black. So like this again is the shadow, okay? And when I think about shadow, I think annoying you, abandoning you, anger, right? Someone has power over you, hate, fear, right? Things you can't control, right? These are all lessons that you've learned to turn into power. That's what I'm hearing. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. This is Psalm 73:26. I'm hearing God is your strength. Okay, and because it came out right after this, God may have led you through these situations, teaching you these lessons. Okay? I will do big things. Okay. I will do big things. Okay, so this what I'm getting with this great adventure here to take a risk on, I feel like it's going to be something big here. And I'm also hearing, I just heard, it's because you're discovering a truth of something, or this person discovered a truth. Okay? All thoughts carry an energy or a frequency. Change your thoughts and you change your life. All thoughts carry an energy or frequency. Change your thoughts and you change your life. Yeah. And that's how you do big things. Big things on changing your life. This could be the very thing that is bringing in this opportunity, this true offering, right? Is that you changed your energy, right? Detaching. I'm hearing you learn to love yourself, right? Love your scars and detach and sacrifice things that no longer serve you. And by doing so and changing your energy, you're going to be doing big things here. Okay? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. And this is an offer of love here. That's what I'm getting with this Knight of Cups. So this person that you're going to crash into, okay, may want to offer you love here. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. Okay. But I'm hearing release any outcomes. Always put your hope in God. Always put your hope in God. I think that's what you're doing in this, okay? As you discover, as you stand in this light of truth, right? You're going on this adventure, okay? It could be a true offering of love or job. Take it how it resonates, right? Maybe you released a third-party situation here, or they did, okay? But it's leading you to big things here, and you just need to put your hope and faith in God, right? That it's leading you where you're supposed to be here. Life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. Yeah, you may feel like this is a second chance, and it may require you to release something else to do it. I'm getting that as well. But you may feel like this is a second chance here. Faith includes noticing the mess, the emptiness, and discomfort, and letting it be there until some light returns. Yeah, this is about, doing that self-reflection, right? Having faith, seeing the mess, the emptiness, and discomfort, and letting it be there until some light returns, right? And that light, you may be discovering the truth about a situation here. Maybe the truth of a situation you're in. Maybe you're in a situation now where you feel like this is a mess. It's not providing me anything. Maybe it's even making you discomfort. Maybe it's bringing you discomfort. Maybe it's a comfort zone that's now feeling empty and bringing you discomfort. Okay? That might be, so now you're being led into a new direction here. I'm also hearing you're going to be pushed. I'm hearing pushed in a new direction that's going to feel like a second chance, because you're meant to do big things. That's what I'm hearing. You're meant to do big things. And also I'm hearing where you are is dimming your light. Okay, so you may thought that staying where you are is better, but what I'm getting is that staying where you are is starting to dim your light. Okay, I'm getting that as well. One new perception, one fresh thought, one act of surrender, one change of heart, one leap of faith can change your life forever. Okay. I feel like that's this second chance here, this true offering. And maybe, you're realizing where you are is no longer comfortable, right? You're putting your hope and faith in God because you're meant for big things here. And so I feel like the divine wants you to have a fresh perception and a fresh thought about where you're going, surrendering, taking this leap of faith, right? Because whatever it is, it's going to change your life. Okay? Having healthy boundaries is a form of self-love and self-respect. Okay. That might mean something that you need to continue to enforce with this third-party situation, or what you're detaching from, or what you're letting go here. Okay? You need to hold those strong so you can, I'm hearing, protect your peace. It also may be something that you're going to need to be strong on. You may be discovering a truth where you're like, okay, yeah, I need to make stronger boundaries. I'm getting that as well. Okay. Sometimes God closes doors because it's time to move forward. He knows you won't move unless your circumstances force you. Trust the transition. God's got you. Amen. Okay, that's what I was saying earlier. You're going to be pushed. Okay? This is going to push you out. This is going to make you uncomfortable. Okay? But it's going to change your life forever, and it's going to give you a second chance. And this is God doing this. Okay? So you need to trust it. And make sure you keep those boundaries up so that nobody will, I'm hearing hinder this new beginning, this fresh start, right? The second chance that God is offering here. Sometimes God closes doors because it's time to move forward. He knows you won't move unless your circumstances force you. Trust the transition. God's got you. So whatever's coming in, okay, that's going to push you out of your comfort zone. It may be something big, okay, but this is God delivering you a second chance here, okay? And so you need to take this leap of faith and protect this. I'm hearing protect this at all cost, okay, with your healthy boundaries, okay? All right. I'm also hearing allow what needs to fall away, okay? All right. Faith is something that will give you the strength to keep going when everything else tells you to stop. Yeah. And this is, I feel like this is the energy you are operating out of, okay? I feel like I'm speaking to someone who's detached from things, let things go, has gone through self-reflection, evaluated their scars, right? And now you love yourself. You're in this bright light energy here. And, we're all on different timelines, so you may be at different levels of that, right? And holding that strong faith, right? To keep going, okay? You keep going, right? And now God's I'm just hearing you're getting ready to do I'm hearing pivot, okay? I'm hearing pivot. So you may not be expecting this, and this may make you uncomfortable, but you need to have faith that this is from the divine. It's for you, and it's to push you forward. Okay? All right? Let's see. Love begins in a moment, grows over time, and lasts for eternity. Yeah, and it's interesting is I'm really getting with this, it's like you're going to crash into someone who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart that you're going to be so glad that you kept it open. I feel like that's the moment that this love begins, okay? When you crash into this person, it's like it begins in one moment and it starts growing, and I'm hearing it's going to be it's your person. It's your forever person. Okay? But it has to do with this new this pivot that God is taking you here. Okay? You need to allow yourself to move forward, okay? Because this person is on that path. Okay? And you're meant to do big things. Maybe I just heard God has had you in training. That's what I just heard, in training. But now you're meant to go and do big things now. Okay, I'm hearing next level. You're ready to go next level here. So don't stay in your comfort zone, okay? Do one thing at a time and do well, okay? Now, what I got with this is that maybe you're doing multiple things, okay? Maybe you're doing multiple things, right? And maybe it's time to just do one thing and do it well, okay? Focusing on that one thing. Because sometimes when we try to do too many things, right, then we're good at nothing. So do one thing at a time and do it well, right? And if you are doing multiple things, you know, just make sure you have balance, okay? Because we can spread ourselves out too thin and then we're not good at anything, okay? So we can lose focus, lose energy. So make sure you're finding balance so you can do it well. Always put your hope in God. Okay, this came out twice, okay? Always put your hope in God. This is a double confirmation, okay? And I feel like that you are in this energy. You are doing that. You are putting your hope and faith in God. And He's opening this door for you to move you forward, but it's going to feel like a push, okay? It says, you can never regret anything you do in life. You kind of have to learn the lesson from whatever the experience is and take it with you on your journey forward. You can never regret anything in your life. Okay, so what I'm really getting with this is that, you know, now that you've embraced your scars and you love them and you give them the support that they need, right? Honoring them and what they offered you, right? The lessons here. Now it's time to take them forward, right? Onto your new journey. Because it says on your journey forward. This is your new path here. And I feel like the divine wants you to just focus on one thing and do it well and take your experiences of your past forward with you here. Okay? Because you're meant to do big things here. All right? And through this path, you're going to run into someone that love is going to begin in a moment and last a life. I heard it's going to begin in a moment and last a lifetime. That's what I just heard. Okay? So let go of this. If this is your story, you were dealing with somebody who was operating out of their ego and insecurities, unresolved traumas, right? Detaching from them, letting them go, right? This person may be concerned that that door is still open, right? But I feel like for them or for you, but I feel like that's not the story here. Okay? I feel like, you know, any third parties, right? There can't be any third party in any relationship to be healthy, right? So anybody who wants you to be a third party, you know, don't keep that, I wouldn't keep that door open, right? You deserve to be the priority. But I feel like in this situation, you know, this person that you detach from, it's possible they're concerned that you are keeping the door open, right? But that I feel like you've closed that, right? You're ready to embrace the new. And also this person may want to open that door back up, right? But you see the truth in reflection here. And sometimes when we see the truth of somebody, there's just no going back, right? When you see the truth of who they really are and they've shown you, right? You're not willing to relearn the lesson, right? You can't undo the truth. And once you see that truth, it changes how you feel. And you can't undo that, right? So it just take the lesson, move forward, keep walking in faith, and know that God is leading you and opening this door because you always put your hope and faith in him, okay? And now he's getting ready to open this. So let's get some cards to close it up. It's a little longer than I wanted, but it's kind of specifics, a message, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind, but you'll know if it's for you. Oneness is my true nature. Yeah. And that's oneness with the divine and oneness with your truth. That's what I'm getting with that. Okay. And I'm going to get some miracle mantras. I just love these cards. I think they're great. Let's see what else. I am grounded, protected, and at peace. Yeah. This is the energy you're in now, right? In this self-love, right? Doing all this self-reflection, healing. You're in this energy of being grounded, knowing that you're protected by the divine because you've got your unwavering faith, right? And hope in this path that he has you on, and you're finding peace in that, okay? And if you're not in that energy, you need to get grounded, okay? And know that you're protected and find that peace, okay? All right. I trust in the love that finds me. Okay, that's this person that you're going to be crashing into, right? That begins in one moment, lasts a lifetime. It's going to find you, okay? So don't restrict the flow by holding on too tightly to a desired outcome, okay? All right. Let's see. Because you want what's for you, right? What the divine has for you, you want that to show up for you, not what's not for you, okay? And then you're trying to hold on to it. It says, I am aligned with the energy of abundance. Yeah. This push, this pivot is going to lead you to your abundance here. Okay? But you're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone, and you're gonna have to hold up those strong boundaries, okay? But it's gonna lead you to big things. Big things when it comes to love, big things when it comes to job, big things for you. I feel like I'm hearing next level. Okay? And this is divinely guided. This is God pushing you to your next level here. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck we have, I choose love over fear again and again. Yeah. This is the love that you've been waiting for. It's coming in. Okay? But just keep an open mind, right? Go with the flow and let God lead this. Okay? All right. That's the message I have for you today. I hope it's resonated. I hope it's given you clarity how to move forward and get unstuck and get in line with the best version of yourself. But if it didn't resonate, please check back tomorrow. I do daily readings Monday through Friday. But until then, I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.